Spirit of Grungi, take me to my doom.
Hey guys, I'm Malakai Mccasson, and today we're playing a new Dwarf campaign. The new Dwarf campaign. We're playing as Malakai Makaisson. Masters of Innovation is the faction. Should be a fun one. This is very exciting. He's got a lot of silly contraptions, and frankly, that's what I love about Warhammer, all the silly contraptions. If we're going to play a campaign as a character, let's play a campaign where we have the silliest of contraptions. I say that as someone who's predominantly played Empire campaigns very sensibly, but anyway, fun to muck about every now and then. So we have access to Malakai's adventures, which will be a bunch of interesting quest lines to do. That I really like how they've been designed. They're really fun. They've lent into the sandbox, but also like giving you a lot of options to do, you know, more sort of rigid things. We'll see. It's great design, I think, to sort of have as like a mechanic on top of a Total War campaign. So he starts in control with Gotrek and Felix, which is lovely to have them on board. They are both legendary heroes now, so we don't have to have like Gotrek leading an army and him leading an army. It's just a big old mess. No, they'll both just join him for this adventure, which is very fun. Upkeep reduction on artillery and flying machine units, which is very good. This is very handy. This is for all armies, of course, and big recruit rank bonus for artillery and flying war machine units as well. So really powerful stuff. He actually starts with the Doom Seekers, which are a new Slayers unit. They're the anti-infantry variant, which is kind of a bizarre thing for Slayers, but, you know, whatever. They can chop them up well, so I'll take it. And we do start with a bit of an air force as well. These have been changed. They're in a unit 12 now, which is really, really good, just to have like a big group of them. It's a lot more exciting. And also the Lord himself. He has access to the Spirit of Grungi, which is his personal airship. And yeah, we're going to be upgrading that, kind of like a horde building. There it is, there's that in the background. He also has the ability to ranged munitions, which is an active ability, which will imbue magical damage, which is really good. I like that. And big damage bonuses, but the magical damage is so useful if something's coming at you with loads of physical resist. Ghosts, yeah, goodbye ghosts. And also big missile strength bonus for artillery and flying war machine units. So he's really good. I really like him. Also, he starts up in Crackerjack, which is a lot of fun. A lot of fun indeed. Once a prodigiously gifted engineer of the renowned Engineers Guild, Malakai Mccasson now serves as a slayer, bearing the shame of a tumultuous and tragic past. As the creator of the ironclad Unsinkable and the airship Indestructible, which are Titanic and Hindenburg references. Yeah, he's can't really be trusted, this guy. He carries the weight of numerous dwarfs' deaths on his shoulders, resulting in his ejection from the Engineers Guild. In the wake of the tragedies, Mccasson took the Slayer Oath. Though his days of tinkering and invention are not yet behind him, he continues his craft, building wonders such as the Spirit of Grungi and the infamous Goblin Hewer, in the hopes that one day his shame will be expunged in either triumph or glorious death. For battle settings, we're turning off the endgame stuff. I can't be bothered with that. We're just going to do his fun adventures. And we're playing very hard difficulty, which to me is the most immersive without it being a walk in the park. Especially because we're having the AI stats just fine. We're not giving them any cheats. Because I think that I don't like it when you rear charge like a unit of spearmen and they're just basically unbreakable. They'll just fight to the last man. I find that really tedious. So we're just going to have the normal stats, so everything will act as expected. But, you know, they'll be a bit smarter and field more armies and all the rest of it. Should be good. Alright, let's get to it.
From the earliest age of the Engineers Guild, the Dawi have forged machines of war. Wonders hewn of gromril and gold. Trusted plans handed down through generations. Yet there are those who defy tradition. Cast out from the guild for his outlandish ideas, Malakai Makaisson now seeks to regain his honor, his Slayer oath to be fulfilled through iron, grit, and glory.
Let's get started. We've got some serious work to do.
Aye.
Malakai Mccasson,
So he's a Scottish dwarf, which is you know, you might think, well, they're all Scottish. No, they're all northern. Silly. They're northern. This one's more northern. He's Scottish. So Malakai Mccasson is both Slayer and Engineer. Sure is. So there's a bunch of new mechanics to play about with the dwarfs. Mostly we have this thing up here, which is the Age of Reckoning. So the Age of Reckoning is basically the age at which the dwarfs take back control of the Karazhan core. You know, kick out all those filthy Groby and all the rest of it. And basically that works in cycles in this game, where every 10 turns it finishes an Age of Reckoning, and depending on where you are on this meter, which you bolster by settling grudges just means fighting anybody, which is great. It ticks up a load of grudges, because presumably every battle you're involved in, there's definitely going to be some grudges. This guy's worth 308 grudges settled, which is very nice. So we're going to do those. This will tick up, and then we'll get additional bonuses when it kicks in. So if you don't get it too high at all, you actually take a bunch of debuffs, which is a little bit rotten. But that upkeep is just for grudge settler units. So grudge settler units are the units you get as a reward for doing well in the Age of Reckoning. Okay, so there's specific units. So if you keep doing badly, you won't have many units that'll cost you more, so it won't really matter too much. But the control and growth down is a bit frustrating. But generally, you're going to be landing in the middle or, you know, on the higher end most times. But I have, you know, the devs have been very clear when discussing the sort of design of this, that they never designed it to meet every turn. Like, the point is you don't get to 100% each time, right? Or else the rest is pointless. They kind of want you to, you know, land sort of around the middle usually if you're playing a fairly like averagely paced game. That may tweak, it may be tweaked, you know, here and there, but like the point is if you get 100%, then you've nailed it, right? That's the point. You've done really bloody well to have succeeded. So it's very important to mention that. So there's still Oath Gold because we still have the Forge to make magic items from the last Dwarf's rework, which is fun. And yeah, we're going to get more crew, which will be airship crew growth, because he has an airship, though I can't change anything until we skip through here. So the Spirit of Grungi is a wonder to behold, built by the sweat of your own brow. It is time the Thunderbarge is called into action and launched headlong into the heat of battle. So we're going to call that into battle in a second. We can do it by defeating this guy. Okay, good. So we can't change stance. It still won't let us change stance. Is it because you're in the way? Okay, there we go. So if we change to Airship Camp, check it out. We actually get the Spirit of Grungi on the map. How cool is that? I think it's really charming. Anyway, let's actually see it in battle, shall we? That would have probably been a better reveal, but I couldn't help myself. So we're going to take Dung Rut down. Let's go. So as you can see, we have Gotrek and Felix and Malakai, which is very fun. It's fun starting with a bunch of heroes, you know, a bunch of characters. Because the point of this campaign is very much, you know, they're trying to put an emphasis on adventure, which I think is very charming. I'm going to pull you guys slightly further back, because I like the slope here. There we go. And of course, loads of gyrocopters. Look how many there are. Look how many. I love it. So they're going to be a lot of help, you know, with their bombing runs. We've got a couple of miners. We're going to put them on... yeah, we're going to spread you guys out a bit. You guys can be in the middle. And we'll have the Doom Seekers charge in if need be. We'll have these guys on guard mode. And we have our handgunners as well. Put them on guard mode. They can hopefully take down this lad himself. Also, brimstone guns have been changed now. They're more in line with the lore. They're not like troll hammer torpedoes anymore, but there is a troll hammer torpedoes variant of gyrocopters you can get. That was our cannons. This is the most Malakai Makaisson campaign we've ever played. Immediately his contraptions back like misfire and kill a bunch of dwarves. Sorry, I didn't plan that, but that's stunning. But yeah, they shoot fire now. All right, that's the thing. They shoot fire now. I cannot believe that happened though. Unbelievable, unbelievable. And yeah, kill some of those plague toads if you would. That'd be great if you could. Alright, now let's give you some bonus damage, shall we? Yeah, a lot of plague bearers. Scary stuff. Alright, you start shooting the great unclean one.
Makaisson.
And you guys are getting some good damage in there. Ooh, right in the noggin. Brutal. But yeah, it's really lovely having flamethrowers here. 'Cause it does have the burnt effect as well, which is good. They don't have a lot of ammunition though. They have a lot less than other folks. Alright, so the Doom Seekers are going to be good here with their anti-infantry. He's taking some damage, which is good to see. And yeah, I want Gotrek and Felix are in here. We can start dropping bombs on them. Alright, you start shooting them if you would. And okay, yeah, let's back up back here. Alright, let's get you charging that way. Just duck, okay, Gotrek? Just duck. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Okay, good. Alright, now you try and clear out these nurglings, won't you? Alright, you need to be careful. Let's bring in reinforcements. It's the only way. And here it comes. And yes, the Spirit of Grungi is an army ability. Let's shoot his harpoon. He just shot his harpoon. That goes very quickly. Now we also have this other ability that lets you be a lot more quick and maneuverable, but you take damage per second because it's not the most reliable thing in the world. So attacking with this, I find is a bit unusual. I don't entirely know how it really works, because if you say to attack something, it flies above them. Like, I don't know if it's quite what it's supposed to be doing, but like it keeps shooting. As you can see, it's got 70 kills already. Yeah, it just has a bunch of folks up here with grudge rakers just blasting everything. It's very cool. It's very cool indeed. There we go, decisive victory. But yep, that's just an army ability you can call in from turn 1. And it's sick. It's so fun. It's such a fun campaign, guys. Just these sort of antics are just stunning. I love it. What a beaut. So we can get more Oath Gold. Only 1 though. Who cares about that? Extra income from local province. That sounds kind of nice. I'm not against that. But the replenishment might be... You know what? No, we're going to go drink to victory, which is new. It says Gorog. Actually, is it new or did they add this with the last rework? I haven't played dwarves in ages. But I love that it says Gorog. Gorog is dwarf for drink. In a Warhammer Fantasy roleplay campaign I ran a while ago. My party owned a pub, but it was called the Gorog and Gibble, which Gorog meant to drink or to binge, and Gibble meant a little bit of food in your beard.
A touch of Bunkman special? Don't mind if I do.
So, Jewel Smith, income from gem cutters and obsidian quarries plus 6%. That's actually lovely because we start with Crackerdrag, so we actually start with a level 2 gem mine, which is rather nice. I think we might have to build defences on here early though, but I might risk not doing that. Oh, actually, we don't need to worry about recruitment because we can just get all our recruitment buildings here, which is pretty sick. So I think we'll just focus on... Yeah, we'll focus on the airship for recruitment, I think. Yeah, that sounds good to me. But yeah, so in Crackerdrag, I am going to go with maybe some money buildings. Although maybe getting a runesmith early would be nice. Because, yeah, the Rune of Wrath and Ruin is still a big slow, isn't it? Oh no, it's an explosion now, isn't it? God, of course it is. I haven't played Dwarves in so long. Yeah, the Rune of Slowness is the one that slows. And I know, should have thought of that one. But God, I haven't played Dwarves since Thoric. I haven't played Dwarves since Thoric Ironbrow came out. That's the last time I played Dwarves. So yeah, I might get a runesmith. I might try and get a runesmith early. So I might build this, hire a runesmith, and then demolish the building. And then build something else. I may do that. Because I want to see, can I get a runesmith? I can't get a runesmith from any buildings there. So yeah, I'm going to have a runesmith join him. Even though that's very dishonourable, I think. You know, clearly it's a bit of a funny runesmith working for such a man. That's fine. Spirit of Grungi. We did it. We have more crew now, because we brought it into battle. So, let's attack Shock Dragon. I'm just going to auto-resolve this one. Here we go. And we've got the Biting Blade. So, let's get a beer hall to lower our upkeep. And let's get some levels. So, he starts with Death Blow. He will unlock Determined Death Blow and Extremely Daring Death Blow. So these basically do more damage the more damage you have taken. So pretty classic. He has Inventor as one of his unique things, which is really nice. Big hero capacity increase for Master Engineers, which is very nice. Also, I love this this top bit, which is unlocks Hero Recruitment Master Engineer for all provinces. I wish more campaigns did that. I think the idea of having recruitment locked to a specific location for agents of any kind, at all, anywhere, is just silly. I don't see the point of it. It's one guy. Just, you know, if you have a building somewhere, just assume that he got a coach somewhere else and could be hired. Presumably they're around, right? So yeah, I think it should just be universal everywhere. So I love that he has that at least. Because I find it really frustrating not being able to recruit in specific places and having to travel, you know, after recruitment. I think it's silly. But anyway, upkeep for Slayers reduced, and extra weapon strength and missile strength for Slayer units, because the Slayer pirates have guns. So, very nice. Tinkerer, War Machines get extra casualty replenishment rate and reload time reduction. Really nice. Artillery Master, this gives you the passive Artillery Master, which gives extra accuracy and reload skill to siege engines in range, which is very cool. And Architect, military support buildings build quicker in all provinces, and their cost is down by 20%, and Horde building construction cost minus 20%, which means, you know, his own ship, he can build things for cheaper. And then finally Master Engineer, which gives him the deranged munitions upgraded, so he can do even more, so he can, you know, confer even more of a damage buff to people, which is really, really nice. And it gives him more damage too in range, so pretty cool. So I like him, he's interesting. He also has the Tapestry of Oaths down here that he can get at level 6, which buffs his Slayers, which is really, really nice. Oh, and Goblin Hewers as well, and Goblin Hewers. Ritualistic Scarring is missile resistance for all of his Slayer units, and Slayers to me, which I'm pretty sure is an Avengers, no, sorry, an X-Men reference, isn't it? It's X-Men to me. Could be that, might not be at all. So this one gives big casualty replenishment rate and upkeep reduction, which is very nice. So yeah, he's good. He's good. He's got some really cool stuff. He's got some cool abilities. We are going to start by, Grimnir's Heirs. I think we're going to go straight in with Slayer buffs, even though we aren't going to be relying on Slayers initially, because we need to get other stuff in first. But I don't care. I'm going with the thematic buffs early. So also we have Gotrek, who of course has slightly different things now. It's now, everything has been changed to Hero's Army, because of course it has, rather than his army, because, you know, he's a hero now, which I think is very good. So let's go with Blade Master for now. Do I get training? Don't think I'll bother. More physical resistance might be nice, but I think just melee defense will help him. You know what? That's silly. Melee attack. Come on, Deadly Blade. It's Gotrek we're talking about.
These ones are high.
Now let's get replenished troops for Felix. Really nice to have a hero that can replenish early. Really, really powerful. So there we go. I think we built everything. I think everything is going good. And now the tech tree has also changed. So we can do basically clans, which is all about military stuff, or guilds, which is all about economic stuff. And that includes diplomatic relations as well. You know, I'm going to go for the extra growth straight away. So I'll get Way of the Guild so other dwarves like us more, and then we'll get Heavy Kernstones with the growth. That all sounds good to me. Cool.
The guild may not like it, but I do.
He likes it. Alright, then we go to the Lair of the Troll King, which will put us up against the Skaven pretty early, probably, which is a little scary. There's also a lot of ruins here, and I'm not sure if these are actually ruins, or if there are other Skaven hiding in there. I should probably investigate. But I need to run over here first, and these guys will probably declare war on me, and Throg is around here somewhere, he'll probably declare war quite early. So we've got a lot to manage. So, confederation between Wintertooth and the Ashling. That's annoying. They've done that already. Yeah, they're going to probably declare war on us very quickly. So the way of the guilds, a powerful, authoritative voice in any hold. The guilds dominate dwarven civil life, controlling trade, finances, and labour. And upgrade the airship hull to a hardened hull. For all the Spirit of Grungi's impeccable craftsmanship, the work on such a glorious feat of engineering is never truly complete. With some slight tinkering and reinforcement, the frame of the airship may yet still be improved. Which I think is just, yeah, we're just upgrading the sort of the main settlement building of the ship, if that makes any sense at all. Which, I'm gonna say it does. Where? Oh, the border's right there. Damn. Okay. In that case, let's move along. And, let's go to airship stance. And then we can do a little bit more recruitment. Not much, sadly. Not much. But we can get some more miners with blasting charges. I don't think we're going to need too much to deal with these guys. But, yeah, a bit of a pain. Bit of a pain that we can't get more recruitment done. Or building. I guess that's it for the turn. What an eventful turn. Oh, also, very important thing, the Book of Grudges has changed as well, which is rather fun. You can pin any of these too. So, legendary grudges are really fun in that they are all active, and it's basically sort of basically just like commit genocide, or retake all of your holds, that kind of thing. So here, retake the realms, make sure that you have all of the old dwarf holds, you know, well, the main ones at least. So that's really fun. I think that's good. Make sure they're all under dwarf control, at least. It doesn't need to be you, it could be dwarf and allies or whatever. It's just as long as dwarfs have it, then the grudge is settled. So I like that a lot. This will actually restore the Underway network, Old World Mountains, and Grey Mountains. The Underway network lets you actually travel kind of like how wood elves can travel between magical forests. It's like that. So there's a proper Underway network now. But it obviously needs restoring. So if you're using the Underway stance, you're just going through the old Underway tunnels. But, like, it's not necessarily been cleared out and can be, you know, travelled through quite like it used to be in the olden times. But when you restore it, then it can be. You can teleport across the map, basically, which is really, really cool. So I'm looking forward to getting that all unlocked and sort of fighting in various theatres. But usually it's just, you know, you get it for the theatre that you've kind of taken control over, so it's, you know, good and bad. It's good and bad, but it's kind of cool as like a mark of how well you've done to sort of restore the Karazhan core, you know, the Dwarfen Empire. So very fun, and yeah, they all have really nice write-ups as well. So yeah, this one, destroy the elves, basically, destroy the Skaven, just take over the Southlands, basically. So, you know, all these are going to be appropriate for different legendary lords that you're playing as, because obviously dwarfs start all over the world. They've all got something to focus on early, which is pretty cool. So yeah, take out the wood elves. This one, take out the chaos dwarfs, but also Grimgor's Ardboys, because of course the Black Orcs were a despicable invention of the chaos dwarfs. You know, it's them that bred them into being. So it makes sense that we wipe them out as well. That is a mark of the horrors that their dwarf cousins did. And then this one as well. This is basically the one we're probably going to do, I imagine. Let's pin that one. So this will be take over Norska, essentially. This is, you know, secure Krakadrak. And then this one, destroy the Dark Elves. And then the final two, Karakate Peaks, of course. Take Karakate Peaks, destroy the other two factions that are vying for it. Obviously great for playing Balagar. And then this one is... what one is this? It's against Neferata. But why? The King Bori. Oh yeah, because she's in an old dwarf hold, isn't she? Yeah, I haven't read about Neferata in a long time. But yes, that's kind of cool as well. Take Silver Pinnacle. And it's nearby. Not actually a difficult one to do, this one. And then build the sealed tombs. It's kind of cool. But anyway, so there you go. That's all of the legendary grudges. Oh, and also there's legendary lord grudges. So this is a really fun system where basically none of them are going to bow to you unless you are a better dwarf. You're better at settling grudges. So it'll actually say how many grudges they've settled, and you need to double the amount of grudges that they've settled. And once you've doubled them, you're able to confederate them, which I think is really cool. I think that's really fun. Also, if they've perished, if their faction is destroyed, then you gobble them up. And also, if they've been destroyed, then obviously they're not going to be settling more grudges. So it's going to be a lot easier to double their amount. So if they have perished, you're probably going to be able to pick them up at a bit of a discount, which makes sense because they're not exactly doing a lot. So, they probably appreciate coming to work for you. So I think it's really fun system. And then the grudge settlers, this is just basically a rundown of all the unique units that we're going to be unlocking as we play. So these are the ones that you get for this mechanic, the Age of Reckoning. So these are the units that you unlock, the grudge settler, variants of all those units. You get certain amounts of them every time this whole thing finishes. So there you go. I think that's basically all of the dwarf stuff, but not quite. Look at that. See? Underway network location. So that's the place we can unlock and travel to. So there you go. Right.
What?
Turn 2. There we go. We went through a lot of the fluff on turn 2. So I think we've covered most of the new stuff. Now we can get on to conquering and antics. We haven't gone over all the new things. We haven't even unlocked his adventures yet. There's a lot of stuff in this campaign. It's a lot of fun. So Confederated Legendary Lord in the Book of Grudges is another quest, which we're not going to do for a while, but at some point we will. With another slight avenged, a name may be struck from the Book of Grudges. Record this triumph in the Damaz Kron, which is the Book of Grudges, and a bask in the reward. Well, tongue-twied. I just said tongue-twied because I was mixed between saying tongue-tied and tongue-twisted. That's how tied my tongue has been twisted. I know, I'm not even making English anymore. Now I'm just having fun, speaking slightly gibberish. Anyway, right, so we did it. We did the thing. We read a sentence. I'm proud of me. So we're also going to get the target practice dummy because we might as well. Although we are going to have to change stance, so that'll be on pause, which I'm happy about. I like that it can just pause, and then when you go back to the stance or end up garrisoned, it's back again. I love this bear, by the way. Don't you just love this giant bear statue? Isn't that fun? I think it's fun. Anyway, Lair of the Troll King. Let's go. Come here, you. So this is going to be dead simple. It's mostly Nurglings. Maybe I just skipped this one. Oh, they do have Nurgle sorcerers now, which is fun. I really don't think we need to fight it. I don't think we need to fight it at all. I would like to do some battles, but, if we're going to do a battle, I want it to be a worthwhile one. Because we've mastered being able to speak English, just about. We're getting there. So, next is do battles, right? That's the two bits of a Let's Play that people tune in for. Big old battles and a person being able to speak coherently. So let's go with Grimnir's Heirs maxed out. Even though we still have very few Slayers, I don't care, it's on brand. Let's get Deadly Blade for you. And for Felix, still nothing unique for him. Let's get Hard to Hit for him. I want him to be more survivable. Or else who's going to chronicle everyone's end, Someone's got to do it. And I guess we'll get a couple of Dwarf Warriors as well. Alright, brilliant. So we can't get any heroes yet. So really we're waiting to see what the Skaven end up pulling. I think. I think so. Also, we're going to unlock this next turn, I think? On turn 5. In a couple more turns we'll unlock it. Which will be important. Let's go with the one that gives us extra trade goods. And then let's see if we can't make a trade deal with someone. So, it seems that we haven't met Darlene and Catherine yet. So I guess... Oh, actually, no, we have met her. We can trade with her. Brilliant. Yeah, so you already had a non-aggression pact with her. So let's trade with her. She'll probably be around for a while. And also Boris, who's over the sea. He's probably going to get wiped out soon, I imagine. I'm not sure how long he's going to last. Let's trade with the Great Orthodoxy as well. Because I imagine the 3 factions that we just got trade with are the ones that are going to stick around. The rest of these are probably going to get wrecked pretty quickly. So maybe I'll just leave trade for now, and maybe I can get trade with somebody else soon.
Mistress of I, the Kislev.
Yeah. I see no need to get any non-aggression pacts with them. Yeah, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. Basically, I don't want more reason for like other guys like Azazel or Clan Mulder to hate me, because they're at war with someone I'm trading with, because I don't want them to declare war on me just yet. So, moving on.
I always believed in thee.
Okay, so, got another level.
Oh, aye.
And we can go ahead and get an agent as well.
Greatest inventor.
Now we get our runesmith. Ancestral blood of Valea. I mean, more ward save is nice. Ancient just gives it more attack. Toughness makes it more defensive. I think we go for defensive. I think we go tough. We'll get Crag Stoneheart.
The runes are ready.
Alright, and you can join that army in a second. We're not going to be moving out for a turn anyway. Now let's get... I think maybe just Axe Lord, so the basic infantry do their job. Although, let's get Rude Marcher, actually. But I do need to make sure our Dwarf Warriors don't all just get slaughtered straight away. Although we might be getting rid of the Dwarf Warriors in favour of keeping more of the Mines of Blasting Charges, because Blasting Charges are funny, you know? Though that 40 melee defense compared to the 19 of the Miners, maybe we do need to keep some Warriors. You know, might be useful.
Explosives expert.
Might be useful.
Slayer.
Which makes me think... Yeah, we don't need to do any more recruitment. We have finished the recruitment. We did it, guys. We nailed it. And you'll see why soon. So, they've not moved, and that is fine. Let's move on. Malakai's adventures have been unlocked. Finally. Oh, and heavy canestone's been researched as well. Dwarf grinding stones are always perfectly round and decorated with geometric scrolls and runes, usually of Valea's making. Valea being the god of the hearth, essentially. Any oath sworn to kin and ally alike must be upheld. Strike out against those who would threaten the forces of order, for honour demands action in the fulfilment of your duty. It sure does. Complete a mission from Malakai's adventures. Can we get some extra money and adventuring cannoneers, which is 5 turns of reload time reduction experience for cannons, which is fun. And especially appropriate because we're probably going to end up with a bunch of cannons. So these are the adventures. So we have Dragon's Bane and Dreadquake Destruction available right now. As we complete these, we'll unlock more. And eventually you'll end up at the bottom one, and you know that'll be where the final battle is housed, basically. So this one is obviously deal with those ruddy elves. And this one is deal with those Chaos Dwarfs. I'm going to go with the elves. Even though I do love the Air Force stuff, I think this one is more interesting how they've implemented it, which we'll see in a second. So, a number of mountain holds have been devastated by a vicious dragon, leaving countless dwarfs dead and homeless. The wretched monster may have the protection of the High Elves, but this cannot go unavenged. The cannons are freshly cooled from the forge. It is time to hunt down the drake and blast it from its lair into oblivion. Which is very fun. So face the High Elves in battle, right? These aren't objectives, these are like a description of what your quest is going to entail. And then up here are going to be the specific things we're going to do, which, yeah, you can't look at until you unlock it, basically. So we can decide the fate of dwarf refugees, fight in mountain climates, and face High Elves in battle. And when we start adventuring, we're going to get a bunch of cannons for free, which is really nice. So I like that a lot, and that's what we're going to do. So spend gold to begin the currently selected adventure. I will. And when we do this particular mission, right, so there's a bunch of different objectives, basically, a bunch of different missions we do. When we get, I think it's 4 of them done. Oh no, it's 3. These are the pips. See the little corner of this sort of frame around the center bit? There's 3 of these, and they fill up when you do the 3 of these missions. So any 3 will do, and then you can do the final battle. But they each give you a permanent upgrade. Well, some of them give you permanent upgrades. Or do they all give you permanent upgrades? Okay, they're all permanent. I was going to say, I think some of them are just like... Well, some of them are just money, right? So, whatever. But anyway, so this is one that we're going to definitely want to get. Get 800 enemies, kill 800 enemies with cannon units. This will give us grape shot ammunition, so you can You can shoot grape shot out your cannons. I mean, what more do I need to say? Like, that's awesome. It's really deadly, it's really fun. So, though the Slayer's Oath demands a valiant demise, great warriors chasing death and glory serve the Dawi little when the great hold still lie vulnerable. And now there is cause to unleash your full engineering prowess upon those with dwarf blood on their talons. If there is any hope of bringing down a dragon, however, every cannon must be first be optimized and calibrated to the finest specifications. Perhaps it's time to take your latest artillery line out for a field test or two. Very fun. Then we have fight a battle with cavalry units in the enemy army. Very handy. This one, fight 2 battles in a region with mountain climate. We are in the mountains, so hopefully we'll be able to take that off pretty quickly. There's also interact with the marker to start the dilemma. There's going to be a little quest marker to get to. And also fight 2 battles against high elves. So this might be sort of impossible, right, on the Realms of Chaos map. Because where are the high elves on the Realms of Chaos map, right? They're nowhere. But it has a solution for that, which I think is really, really fun. And also, we have build a refectory. Fair enough. That's a nice, straightforward one. So, cool. So when we complete them, and it says you complete it, we'll read through, the fluff for it. So we've started an adventure. Malakai's adventure, Dragon's Bane, has begun. Completing this adventure's missions will lead to its final battle. Cannons will receive permanent upgrades during this adventure, and have been added to the Higher Mercenaries panel, which is down here. So now we have, I mean, look at the stuff we can get here. Organ guns, flame cannons, goblin hewers, gyrocopters, gyro bombers, thunderbarges. Very fun. And then you can join him. Or do I have him go over here? It just says when you enter this location. I think anyone can do it. So I might have Crag go and do that, and then we'll have him come back to Malakai. Because I do want to run in here and start killing Skaven, ideally. Or do I? I mean, I will end up just probably taking Hellpit, but I'm probably going to give this back to Kislev. I reckon. Probably sell it to them. Could keep it, of course. But, I like sticking to my lane. We can upgrade that too. That'll be nice. Alright, you're going to go up there and start that mission. So technically we could have got one more unit in here and disbanded them later, but we're not going to do that. Let's... I wonder actually. Might be able to go for Hellpit first. So if I hop over, I'm not going to do the upgrade. And I'll be able to upgrade that. And that will unlock recruitment of Slayers and Slayer Pirates, so I do want to get that nice and quickly. Also puts up recruit capacity. It's just good stuff. Could this take Hellpit? Ooh, it's challenge. It's challenge. Let's do it. So they're going to be annoyed that we're trespassing. But funnily enough, I don't care. I'm a maverick. God, I wish I had just like something really sturdy, you know, just some hammerers or just long beards or something. Something I knew could really hold a line against a Skaven. But I'm sure we'll be fine. So Lair of the Troll King, we're going to upgrade. Actually, no, Shock Dragon. We'll do that one instead. I want to upgrade the port, because that'll be a good source of income. And I want to make sure it's defended, because at some point a bunch of demons are going to get annoyed that we live here and start trying to sail across to fight us. So, okay. Now we have heavy kernstones, let's do some marching songs. This will get our infantry faster. Then we can gather the throngs for cheaper recruitment, and then make miners better, which I think would be nice. Double our ammunition for miners as well. I like that a lot. Let's just head right there, shall we? Let's head right there. There's some cool stuff. You know, it's all pretty simple, but like, you know, just these bonuses are useful. Extra armor and melee attack. More melee defense for shielded units. I mean, some of it costs Oath Gold, of course. We'll get to it. Speaking of Oath Gold, we don't have the Forge yet. When do we get that unlocked? Become accessible when we have 200 Oath Gold. Wow, we only have 100 so far. We'll get there, though. We'll get there. Also what's really nice is it does give you the, the little rundown of what you need to do up at the top, which I think is really charming. So, let's move on. Marching songs, extra speed, lovely. And Hellpit, there seems to be vacant. So we could actually run in there and leave Throt hanging out outside. Like, his armies already seem injured. Although, if I try and jump him, if I attack him, I think he's just going to run away and we're about to catch him again. Ooh, see, if I attack him, I'll get a big replenishment bonus, won't I? So hopefully he'll just come for us as soon as we take Hellpit, and we'll be able to finish him off. I don't think, like, Elena Zakharova is going to be able to deal with him, so he'll probably come to us. So, a rolling dwarven song contains many verses and a constant rhythm, used to keep in step and up to pace. And we've got a student for Gotrek, which is nice, so extra research rate. Lovely. From history to anatomy to science, nothing more than the bottom of the bottle. And a dwarven tattooist, the ability to etch runes into dwarf flesh, will keep the spirit of the Karazankov alive and well. So, I was going to come have a look over here, and I'm not seeing anything. So basically, I did mention they had an interesting solution to fighting high elves. And the solution they had to fighting high elves was to make little things like this, you know, these little interactable things you can walk up to around the place, and it's basically expeditions out trying to, like, find the dragon, or, you know, get revenge for folks who are trying to hunt it, that sort of thing. You know, the elves and dragons are pretty tight. So, yeah, so it just basically puts a bunch of little glyphs on the map that have elven expeditions. And that's a way that you get to fight your elves, even on something like the Realms of Chaos map, where you can't sail to Warp 1 or something, which I think is really cool. I think it's a really nice thing they've added. And also it keeps it, you know, it keeps the story focused on the mountains, where the dragons are supposedly, you know, terrorizing the place. So I think that's really fun. So Gotrek, I think immediately we get Skaven Slayer, obviously. Gives us ambush defense chance, which is obviously incredibly powerful, because Skaven, anytime they attack you, it can trigger an ambush. It doesn't have to be that you stumble into their ambush when their ambush starts. They can just jump you and it'll be an ambush. So better defense from that is brilliant. Also leadership during subterranean intercept battles, and also gives them slippery. So pretty handy, pretty good stuff. There's a bunch of, like, amazing bonuses here that are all dependent on who you're fighting. But this one I really like, Beast Slayer. Gives him Vanguard, so he can go and hang out with all the miners at the front of the battle. Gives him Woodsman, which is fine. Only when fighting against Beastmen as well, which, alright, fine. But campaign movement range plus 10%, that's just a permanent one. You just get that. Like, it's not like against Beastmen. Not that it can be, but, you know, it's just a big bonus, really powerful bonus to get for an army. So I really enjoy that. I mean, we are travelling by airship, so you'd expect it to be fairly fast. But still, more replenishment, please. So, we're attacking Hellpit, guys. We're attacking Hellpit. And, I don't think there's any point even fighting it. But we will. We will, okay? We will. And we'll give extra leadership to the Slayers, because I think leadership bonuses are kind of pointless, and it amuses me to put it on an unbreakable unit. So, guys, we're going to fight Clan Mulder next episode. We're ending here. I think I've given a pretty good, you know, rundown on most of the mechanics of this campaign. We haven't done a lot of battles today, though, which is a bit sad, but it means you're going to have to come back to see the Spirit of Grungi in action, aren't you? I know. So comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell. All that stuff. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.
Spirit of Grungi, take me to my doom.